So I would like to begin talking about the net income versus revenue in the top left graph. So firstly, I will begin speaking about the net income, which is represented by the blue line, and then the revenue, which is represented by the orange line. Excuse me. So the first 5 weeks, we've had a negative net income because of all the expenses we had to make in a new business and in the new business we created. So with those expenses, it obviously costed a great amount of money, which it takes time for us for which it took time for us to make a profit, and then it took us around 6 weeks because in the 6th week mark we finally made a profit of $350, which is very positive. We finally started making money, and we just kept going up from there. So in our last week, we've hit $51,000 in the net income. So we made $51,000 in profit after, and $51,000 in profit, which is amazing. So now going to my revenue, I am gonna speak about how in the first week we made $3,251, which is fairly decent, not the greatest. We could have done better, but that's how it went. And then going into my last week, which is my 13th week, we made a total of $165,000, which was which is a pretty good amount in for a coffee shop for only 13 weeks. So now going to my revenue versus cups sold. Um, in the first period, and well, in mostly until the 10th period, we had a steady increase, and a steady increase, not too far of a dip in the sixth to seventh week. I mean, into the sixth to seventh week. I'm sorry, we didn't have that much of a decrease because we went down a little bit, but we went right back up. And then in the 11th week, we had a major increase in demand where we sold 5,000 cups, which was the highest we've ever had. And then we went back down to our average, which was around 3,500 cups. But that 12th week boosted our revenue up completely. So that was amazing. And I believe the reason for that was because in the simulation there was this festival happening and we chose to stay open, and it helped us very much. It obviously helped us very much where we sold the most amount of coffee in that week. So that was so overall we've had a good coffee run, and then our coffee shop hasn't been the best, but it hasn't been the worst neither. So now going to my competitor sales, you can see that Starbucks, which is us, we are the blue line, and then all of our other competitors are the gray line. So we started off very equal in the first 2 weeks, but by the third week, you started to see the separation, and that is off of different type of decisions that we made, the amount of coffee we had to buy, the amount of hours we were open. And that was honestly like the management part of us where we figured out what was going to be good for our company or not. And that made the biggest difference. So we had a good, greater amount of revenue that they had. So we passed the $150,000 mark. And we started by the third week, we just separated from them, which was pretty good for us and in the regards of making money and how good we were doing in our coffee shops. So I would like to this is my presentation, and I would like to thank you.